Welcome, and in this series, we will be reading a story that I have been working on for a little bit now. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and turn the notifications on so you never miss a future video. The Cursed Ghost Town of Kinke Horde. Chapter 1, Meeting the Family. Lawn mowing. Clear skies, faint birds chirping. Elisio rubs his eyes and lets out a deep sigh. He whispers to himself, "Another day, same old shit." He musters up the energy to sit up. Sitting on the edge of the worn down old love seat, he looks up at the ceiling of his brother's unfurnished basement and places his elbows on his knees and sighs even deeper. "Come on, El. Get your shit together," he thinks to himself. Scouring the room, he sees the empty bottle of whiskey from the night before. El gets up and casually strolls into the bathroom to take a piss. The toilet filled with vomit from events from the previous night remind him how badly hungover he is. Thinking to himself, shut that fucking lawnmower off. After flushing the toilet and washing up, he goes back to the love seat and grabs his stained shirt and throws it on. Grabs his shorts, doing the same. The lawnmower finally stops, hearing the screen door slam and his brother yell, "Fuck!" El rushes upstairs to see his brother standing in the rundown kitchen. "What seems to be the issue, Arnaldo?" he says. Aldo replies, "The fucking lawnmower broke. It won't move, El." 28 is the younger brother of Aldo, 36, who has struggled with addiction since their parents died in a car accident 2 years prior. "I wish Pops was still here," Aldo said. "He'd know exactly what to do." El shrugs his shoulders, implying he didn't know. "How'd you sleep? Sorry for the small couch, but the last minute notice, I couldn't do much more." Aldo trying to make conversation, El quickly replies, "It was okay." By the time El has grabbed a glass and is filling it up with tap water. "You got anything for a headache?" he asks. The phone starts ringing, so Arnaldo points in the direction of the main bathroom. El walks to the bathroom and opens the medicine cabinet and grabs 2 pills out. He plops them in his mouth and chugs the water. Staring at himself in the mirror, scraggly looking hair with stubble and bloodshot eyes, shaking his head in disappointment. "Mama would be so upset with me," he thought. He walks back out to the kitchen where Aldo is still on the phone. He grabs an apple and starts to eat it. Trying not to be rude and listen to the conversation, he asks where the tools are. Again, Aldo points, but this time points to the shed outside. El nods and goes outside. Walking over to the shed, he sees 2 squirrels race up a tree. Unlatching the shed, he pulls the double doors open to be greeted with the smell of sawdust. Looking around for the toolbox, he sees his old baseball glove and remembers all the fun him and his father had using it. Under the workbench, he finds a red rusting toolbox. "Let's see if the old man taught me anything about fixing mowers," thinking to himself. Walking towards the lawnmower, he hears honking. He looks up, and there's a flock of geese flying overhead. Lifting the hood of the mower, he gazes at the engine, examining if he can see anything on the surface, that's the issue. "What could be wrong with you, old girl?" saying under his breath. Laying down on his stomach and looking underneath, he sees something hanging. "Aha!" he says to himself. "Think I found the issue. The belt seems to have slipped off." Opening the toolbox, he finds a flathead, and after putting the top side of the belt, he guides the bottom on with the flathead, throws the screwdriver back into the toolbox, and closing it. "Let's give it a try," he says as he turns the key. The engine roars up. Elle climbs on and slams down in the seat. Moment of truth, he thinks. Putting it into drive, he releases the brake and it starts moving. "Yes!" he exclaims, looking around embarrassed by his overly dramatic reaction, turning the engine off, looking at the clear sky. He feels accomplished. Aldo starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Elle races back into the house and sees him jumping with excitement. What the fuck is going on?" Elle asks curiously. Aldo, looking like a kid on Christmas morning, says, "You remember that old mining town I put in for? I got it."